Bottom bread? It's a bottom sandwich? Hi, hello, it's me. It is I, KazCassidy, in a new place, new location with some new people. If you look over to the side, you'll see a logo. Ignore it for now. Not Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, Shaggy from the couch, who also has a chair on the couch. Yeah, this is a new show. It's a new show. Where this is a dry run. I've got a bunch of other stuff, but we decided it was time to collab, and it was time for us to use some Reddit, because we didn't know what to do. Hi, sup, dog. You went viral in 2 Sentence Horror? Perfect. Let us know if any of these are yours. Hello, Wef. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna unlock my audio, and we're gonna say hi to Shaggy. Hey, Shaggy. You're here.
Hello.
Yay. We've got sup, dog on this side. We got Wef. At the moment, there is no chat. I apologize. We can't really, how do I say this? Put you on screen. My OBS has broken 3 times since trying to load all these active assets. Ace says hello. Ace says hello. Shaggy, are you currently live?
I was trying to get my thing free. Right now, my background's just black because I don't have a proper background made.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It also would be kind of complicated with me sitting on your couch.
That is fair. It also is your chair over my black couch. So it's already a lot.
It's my booster seat.
It is a booster seat, of which you are extremely low on the couch.
No, if I can actually get the link to the
video?
Reddit thing. The Reddit thing, actually.
Oh,
I can just put that on like the left side where I'm not viewed.
Yeah, give me one moment, as I will. First, I'm gonna put on a second gain because you're pretty low.
What if I like eat my microphone? Does that help?
You're back up. You're back up. Okay, sweet. Let me hide this browser, and then I will get this baby with a share link. So, Shaggy, how familiar are you with the concept of 2 Sentence Horror?
Actually, I didn't really know it was too much of a thing. Like I've probably read a couple in the past and thought they were funny, but I didn't realize that 2 Sentence Horror was like an actual genuine thing that people do a lot.
It is a whole genre, and it's really funny, specifically if you're looking at the version that lives exclusively on Reddit.
Beautiful. I love hearing Reddit stories. That stuff gets wild.
It's so good. It's so good because when you go on Reddit, you'll never know what you're gonna find, but usually it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of different types of horror stories. Not the horror stories that are like actually horror themed, just like normal stories that turn into horror stories on Reddit.
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely seen a lot of people that need to get a divorce. So many divorces. So many divorces.
No, literally. That are people who need to just quit their job.
Homies will literally vent to Reddit before doing any sort of self-care. It's the realest shit. Currently, I'm seeing in the chat we have a question. Ace says, "Good news before we start. Please do not call that man my best friend." But apparently, oh baby, that's some news. That's some news. Thank you for letting us know, Ace. Thank you for letting us know. Let's see. Shaggy, I'm gonna wait until you're fully up. Because when you're fully up, I think we're good to get started. You can go ahead and tell me when that is.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. because I want to make sure that whoever you're streaming to can see it from the start.
I was trying to. Do you have like a link to the Reddit page? I'm not sure.
Oh, the Reddit page. No, this is a full-on. I sent you the link to the presentation.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask that you don't click until I say click, because there are so many surprises, especially in the end.
Gotcha. I'll do this then really quick.
Yeah. Wef is also saying, yes, I do swear I see so many. Am I the a-hole for doing it? Well, that's kind of because, like, that's the prime audience for Reddit. Just a bunch of assholes. Which says a lot, because I'm there a lot. I am actually realizing now, I'm going to put on a little bit of background music. Just to set the mood. Going ahead and get some background music. Lo-fi. Good old-fashioned lo-fi Japanese music to study to. Perhaps a little bit too low. Really quickly gonna make a quick change on this section here, so that the background music is credited, because we don't plagiarize right now. Just gonna do the BGM. Lo-fi geek. See. Ooh, Grim, welcome to the stream. You ready to get spooked? I hope you are, because we're playing Two-Sentence Horror, the most distilled version of horror. Currently, Shaggy, as you can see on the casting couch on the left, is getting some stuff set up so that they can stream on their end. Hello, other person. Lifting your feet 32.4 in the air with a Funny you say that. You might be surprised, Flipkiss. You might be surprised what you see in a second.
There we go. Now I believe I am good to go.
Alright. Good to go?
I believe so. I believe I am live. Hello.
Hello. For those of you who haven't been here since we started, I've got Shaggy, friend of the channel. He is I think the first genuine piece of face flesh you've seen on here. You may have seen a little bitten piece of like me in a mask, but that's the first hair you're gonna see. And for those of you, yeah, it's just shaved and fresh. For those of you who those of you on Shaggy's end that don't know me, I'm KazCassidy, amateur Vtuber, professional burnout, man whose casting couch your streamer is currently on. So today, yeah, I got you on the casting couch. Unpaid, as many are. So today we're gonna be talking through Two-Sentence Horror. You said you're not that familiar with it, so let's give you and everyone else who's here a little bit of a rundown. So, if you look at this second slide, Two-Sentence Horror, it is a highly structured style of horror that makes use of succinctness and an understanding of audience expectations of the genre while playing with literary devices like irony, release of tension, and plot twists. It's short. I tried my best to really show what's the vibe of it, because when you look at Two-Sentence Horror Stories, you will see some very common things. Very short sentences or extremely long run-on sentences, so we'll be prepared for seeing some of those later today.
It's like my state of thinking is just constant run-on sentence in one go.
Yeah, no, that do be it. That do be it. There are other, I would say, like, Reddit stories. I know that Smosh has done an episode of this, but we're not doing that. We are playing a little bit of a different game. I've made a bit of a challenge here. We've got 3 sections. I'm gonna challenge Shaggy to guess what exactly puts them all in one section. And then there's a little bit of a game at the end. So, hope y'all are ready for that.
So, like, when you mean sections, are you meaning, like, genres of horror, or, like, specific themes that they're following kind of thing?
Like, genre? They're more like just general commonalities. Like, you'll be able to, you'll know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
Am I overthinking it already?
oh, a bit. Don't worry. This is very simple. I made this slideshow in about 40 minutes. You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
So, let's jump in to some of the two-sentence horror stories that I had found on r/2sentencehorror. There are indeed 2 different subreddits. One uses 2 in the number form. The bigger one is 2 in the full form. We're using ones from those.
Okay.
Okay. I see that someone is currently gambling. Ace, I cannot legally say that we approve or promote gambling on this channel. Okay. The first story. All my life, my parents have told me not to open the basement door, but I got curious and disobeyed them. So Shaggy, question. What do you think is coming next?
I'm gonna say a clown. Like, I don't know, like a clown or an eldritch being. And I feel like the normal answer is gonna be like they're gonna find some like hidden secret down there, like some random corpse or like a lot of Magic the Gathering unopened packs.
Okay. So, how are you feeling? Corpse? You feeling sex dungeon? I'm seeing we have someone else in chat is saying Smex dungeon. Also known as Scott the Waz's favorite dungeon, the Gex dungeon.
German sex dungeon, specifically German sex dungeon.
Okay, so I'm seeing 1 vote for Smex dungeon, 1 for Flex dungeon, and Shaggy says the German sex dungeon. Let's go ahead and see what the next sentence is. Sentence number 2. What is that glowing ball in the sky and why does it hurt my eyes?
The lights are on too bright. Duh.
The lights are on too bright. Yeah. So allow me to do my English teacher bit in an effort to try and make sure my chat is literate, as I say every single day. Basically, this is playing with your expectations because the question is, when you're going in a basement, the implication is that when you're looking at a basement door, you're going down, right?
Yes.
So imagine instead you're going up from a cellar. So, what's going on?
Oh, I get it. The person's been locked in the basement their whole life.
Yep, they're a mole kid.
Oh no.
Yep, nope. The horror is parental abuse.
They need to get back down there where they belong.
Dang, man. Plato's Allegory of the Cave got nothing on Shaggy. Yeah, oh, Grim, you recognize the story? Yeah, cool. If you have an idea of where this trend's going, be quiet in chat in case anyone's trying to guess, but I have a feeling you'll know. Wef, does that answer your question as what that has to do with the basement? It's the implication from the first sentence is like it's going down, but it's going up actually, and it's just terrible. Yeah, Ace, it is worse. It is worse. Well, we don't know. Okay, so actually the sex dungeon could be worse, but let's not think about that because we got to think about the next one. Okay, here's the first sentence. She said last time we're stuck in a time loop. She said last time we're stuck in a time loop. What do you think the next sentence is?
This feels more like a riddle, honestly.
Yeah, no. I want to point out there's a lot of fun things you can think about with the syntax, the punctuation. Some hints are going on in there. It's a very strategically made sentence here.
Well, I'm thinking of like she said last time as a separate sentence, like she said specifically last time, and the person who wrote it is saying we're stuck in a time loop.
Okay.
That's what my mindset's on.
Chad, what are we thinking here? What's going on in this story right now? I made sure that we're at ultra short timer so y'all can actually get into this. She said last time we're stuck in a time loop. Yep, that is the first one. Grim says the next sentence will be the beginning. Let's take a look at that next sentence. Which really pisses me off because that's what. And Grim was correct. It is it's a full time loop. It's a full time loop where it takes about 3 seconds to say it. It's a fun one. I'm a fan.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, it's like my favorite thing about time travel movies is when they have to think about the implications and things just get really stupid. Uh,
No, I love the implications. I also love it when like the same person comes to the same spot like 7 different times, and so there's just like 7 or 8 copies of them.
oh my god, yeah, no, like okay, so like the classic example is like when you're watching Back to the Future 1 through Back to the Future 3, and then by the middle of it, you're like, how many freaking Martys are running around in 1985 or 2015? But the funniest version, and here's the question: have you ever played No Time to Explain?
I'm not familiar with the name. Let me just do a quick Google. I have not. No.
Okay, so I think you would really enjoy it. It is peak flash humor, and you get a laser gun. The
Okay.
entire premise is it's a bit of alternate reality, but also a lot of time travel shenanigans. It's definitely worth the money I paid for it on Steam. And then again, it was on sale.
I love Steam sales. They're
You-
truly a gift.
Oh my god, yeah, no, it's so much. Is someone adding me to this? Wait. Someone sent me just some Sonic the Hedgehog jewelry, and I was like, okay, shoot. All right. Hi, Toast. What's up? You're tired towards the end of the work. Well, I hope you're having a good time here. We're doing a bit of a game, a bit of a talk back and forth with Shaggy, who you may know from Cecily's channel, or from times when he has collabed with her. And actually, Shaggy, how many other collabs have you done with this? I feel like you've been with. Have you worked with Cyril for Warhammer, and who else?
Yeah, Cyril was actually the first collab I did. We did Space Marine 2, and I also
Mm.
did a collab with Cyril, Cecily, and Pastel for Overcooked 2.
Oh, that sounds stressful. That sounds stressful.
It felt like I didn't leave my job.
Yeah, well, I mean, were you in charge then? Did they make you the manager?
No, there was a point where I was not in a actually aggressive way. I was screaming at Cyril for a minute though because I got a plate that I was getting set up and I was like, "No one touch this plate." And then I went back there and I was like, "Where's the plate, Cyril?"
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, I actually spent a couple years, and by that I mean on and off about 4, working at like a barcade as a food runner. So the amount of times I've yelled corner unintentionally when playing a cooking game is way more than socially acceptable. Way more, way
Yeah.
more. Yeah. Also, hello Kuro. We've got from the audience. Are we getting our first audience submission for Two Sentence Horror? Go on ahead and drop it in there if you'd like to. Everyone participate. This is a pro literacy chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got good ones. Toss them in 2 seconds.
Suck at math. English was my strong suit. I liked creative writing.
Yeah. Creative writing as well as the graphic design of this presentation I made in 40 minutes is my passion.
So far it's looking great. I could not do that in 40 minutes. Then again, I also haven't like touched up on anything graphic design related in forever.
All right. That explains so much. I don't know what that means, Ace. Except for the fact that it was a barcade and a comedy club, if that adds more. Oh, yeah, thank you for that one, Toast. Thank you for that. The game is called No Time to Explain Remastered. I have a playthrough on this channel. Yo, you seeing this? You seeing this, Shaggy? You seeing this 2 sentence horror story that Kuro just dropped in chat? It's a banger.
Oh, I closed the game, so why do I still hear boss music?
Yeah, no, it's just freaking Sephiroth just walks behind you in a McDonald's parking lot.
It's actually your mom. She got your grade reports.
No. How was school for you? How was school for you, Shaggy?
It was very weird because the first part up till about 10th grade, I was like air quotes bottom of the food chain. I was picked on a lot because I was a nerd. But then like literally I moved towns, moved to a different place in new high school, and immediately it went from that to everyone started calling me Shaggy, including teachers. Everyone wanted to be my friend. Everyone talked to me, and it was very uncomfortable for me to get used to that because I was like used to everyone being like, no, don't go near to him. You'll catch what he has kind of thing. Then I came here and it's like, yo, hey, what's Dungeons and Dragons like? A full-on like stereotypical jock being like, hey, is Dungeons and Dragons a fun game? Is it something I could get into? And I'm like, I'm glad you're comfortable with talking to me about this. I feel uncomfortable though.
Well, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. I mean, do you want? I mean, clearly Shaggy's stuck. Did you want to have that nickname?
It honestly, I liked it more than my first nickname. My first nickname was Chewy because there's this
Like,
kid named Luke, and I would always say, "Luke, I am your father," and so I got the nickname Chewy because I also have an absurd amount of hair on my body.
yeah, you have a very. I'm just gonna. You have a very impressive mustache.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's all my work allows me to have.
That's
Otherwise, I'd look
oh
like a
yeah no.
lumberjack right now.
Would you have to be doing would you have to be doing the chin, the chin plastic baggie?
Oh, they don't even allow that.
They don't
The
let you
owner
do
doesn't
that.
even. They don't allow beard nets or anything. They just want you. If you have facial hair, they're like, nope, it can only be a mustache.
Oh, that's hey, you're up to OSHA standards if you have the beard net.
That's what I'm saying. Look, I can have one if I make it a religious issue, but that's I don't really want to have to put in that effort just to have facial hair.
Real. Pedals is currently in chat saying, I'm assuming this is not the Scooby-Doo Shaggy, which I will say this is the third person to say that. But he says you're cool, not making you quake in your boots, and that's not a complaint. He feels quite comfortable.
Like zoinks, I'm sorry.
Yoinks. But you got a good one. I feel like you had the experience with the name, so it keeps staying there. You are actually now intimidating him due to the masculinity of your sick mustache. So I guess that's a win. Is that a win?
I think that's a win. I don't know. That's a new one.
All right, everybody. So I think we've gone through a lot of time on this time loop. Let's move to the next one. Okay. Here is the first sentence. I was born blind, but was lucky enough to have a loving mother who took care of my every need. I did try and make sure the backgrounds made sense, so this is indeed someone's eye.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell. Does anyone in chat have an idea as to what's going on here? Remember, this is two-sentence horror. This is two-sentence horror. What is the scariest outcome you could think here? I'll give you a hint. It's very similar to the first one we saw. Grim has also read this one. Wef says...
With you saying that, I'm imagining that they're just kept in a very dark space or constantly blindfolded, basically.
Okay. So you got constantly blindfolded. Wef says mom blinded at birth. Subdog says little did he know she was the creature.
The creature.
The creature. Okay, and Ace says I have two ideas. One is the mother gave me her eyes. Ace, what is the second one? Because I think after that we're good to guess the next sentence. Or if Grim knows what it is, he can put it in there. Take a sip of water. It's like Ace is not going to say it, so that means it's time for us to move on to the answer. The next sentence was... Imagine the betrayal when I felt a stitch slipped and a ray of light hit my eye for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although stitch is a lot more extreme than a blindfold, but also makes sense because, I mean, a blindfold you'd probably be able to tell right off the get-go.
Yeah. So with this one, I think my favorite part is, in terms of the good stories you'll see on Two-Sentence Horror Stories, the feeling of betrayal is very often something that gets hit on. But also, they want to get proximity in the relationship. So it's a lot of the actual, like, second sentences are just the reveal of, like, intense amounts of mistreatment and abuse. And also, like other Two-Sentence Horror Stories, if you think about the implications, you gotta realize people's faces grow. So, like, they must have long stitched and then unstitched as it went along. Yeah, and Wef, you were pretty close. You're pretty close. Functionally the same. All right, what do we have next? Here's one. I like this one a lot. Sentence reads, something. For my last wish, I wished my dad to be alive again. For my last wish, I wish my dad to be alive again. Another common thing that shows up. Genies. Weird how often it does, but they just kind of work.
So, fun fact, by the way.
Yes.
Really fast. I had my stream set up and I clicked the start streaming and it required me to hit the go live. So now I'm officially live. Yeah. I was staring at it. I was like, oh no.
Oh, get on here. All right, we can start. We can open.
Yeah.
We can open.
Yeah. So now I'm live. I was like, man.
Oh,
My
okay.
thing hasn't been given the notification in my Discord server that I'm live. That's weird. Maybe I need to reset that after the stream.
That's yeah. Well, welcome to being live on stream, Shaggy.
Welcome, like almost 30 minutes in.
About 30. We are currently on. I think this is the 5th story. The 5th Reddit story, where the sentence is, "For my last wish, I wished my dad to be alive again." Ace says, "Now I just have to go find him." I think that's a good one. It does feel like that one part of Dragon Ball Z where they wish for Piccolo to come back, but they pick him on the wrong side of the planet, which is also very genie. So like, you're thinking good. Grim says zombie. All right, Shaggy, what do you feel on here?
I don't know. This feels kind of like a tough one because I mean there is a lot of possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like obvious that there's something going to be bad that happens with the dad. It's just in what variety of messed upness is it?
Okay, so here I guess the question is like, what tone who do you think is going to be the bad guy in this one? Do you think the genie is going to be? Do you think this is on the genie? Do you think this is on the dad?
I want to say that the dad's gonna be messed up. Also, part of me is thinking that there's a slight off chance that like the kid wants their dad to be back because they have like beef with their dad and they're the reason that they killed their dad, so maybe they want to do it again.
Ding ding ding, that's a winner. The next sentence is, "I stood atop his grave and smiled, imagining him screaming and clawing at his coffin lid as he did the 2 previous times I wished him back."
Oh,
yeah.
Amazing.
No. This man is driven on pure spite, and the genie did exactly what he asked 2 times already.
I almost didn't say that because I was like, no, that feels like that'd be dumb and stretching. But no,
it's just extremely cruel. Good on you for that one. Good on you for that one. Let's see who in the chat was going for this one. Monkey's paw type wish. I would say Supdog, that's a little bit off because this is exactly what he wanted. Wef, he did know he was buried. But yeah, maybe you're getting called out as a psychopath, Shaggy. What you feeling on there? You got beef? Do you have the beef, or is it Arby's time yet?
Arby's time? I don't know. I like their beef and cheddars.
I'm a bigger fan of their chicken tenders.
You know, I actually haven't had Arby's with chicken tenders. Just completely dodged the question. Are you a psychopath? Nah, I really like Taco Bell though.
Oh, it's real. It's a real like yeah. So the Pope just died. Anyways, here's your salsa.
No, literally.
See, Subdog says, "Why are those people staring at us, Dad?" My child asked me. Even though my child had been dead for 5 months, those people were indeed staring at me. Oh. Rough. Wow. That's a good post. That's a good Subdog. That's good. I've seen so much worse. I can at least I think there's a lot of implications you can work with there, because this is a name of the game is implications.
What's the really popular manga horror story writer?
You think of Junji Ito?
Yes. I was like just about to say it too, because it was like, there it is, but that feels like something you'd see in like a Junji Ito fucking thing.
Yeah, no, I actually have been a big Junji Ito fan since I was like maybe a junior in high school, because this was back when I was like trying to get into more nerd stuff, because I was like kind of fully prod into Theater Kid. So what I did was I was like, oh, is this one comic in stock? And then the guy at the front desk of the comic store was like, no, not really. And I was like, oh, and I'd already been in there for like 20 minutes. It's like, I feel bad if I don't buy something. So I was like, what's the first thing I thought of? And I was like, well, I was watching this video essay about Junji Ito. I'll ask if he has it. And he said, no, but I can order it. And I was like, keep in mind, this is the exact same question he asked about the comic that was actually $5. I instead paid $35 for a pre-order. So I have it on my desk still. It's a good manga. It's an Uzumaki, not the ninja, but the one with the spirals.
Oh,
yeah.
Uzumaki is pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, I ended up ordering that as a gift for someone.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Very cool. All right. How about we move to this next section here? Oh, no, don't look, don't look. All right, those of you who saw, I did do a quick jump back. Here is the sentence. Here comes that rock-throwing little shit from up the street, the first bird said.
Second bird getting hit.
Second bird getting hit, that's the answer. I wouldn't worry, he's only got 1 stone, the bird replied. This man hawked to his 2 birds and they're out the sky. I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot.
I like it.
I
I can appreciate it. That's I hate that though.
No, it's
2 birds, 1 stone joke.
No,
So
it's so good. It's so good. Which brings me to the next part of this series. 2-sentence horror. Sometimes it's just a really good dad joke.
Oh yeah.
It's the same way that a lot of rap is just like set up punchline. The same goes with 2-sentence horror because it's an online thing. And whatever happens on the internet does whatever the fuck it wants. So let's move on to this next section. But can we first ask our guest Shaggy, what was the thing that got the past 6 stories in one group? What was the commonality between them?
All of them were like play on word, kind of like trick endings.
So here's the actual thing, and it's really stupid. So of those things, those were all in the top 50 of all time submissions on that subreddit. The top 50 of all time included those 6. And I'm including the I'm including the 2 birds.
Oh my god. I mean, it's a. Did you almost say a hawk-tua?
I said exactly. It was he hawk-tua'd on 2 birds with that stone.
That made me have to like backtrack a minute. I was like, wait, what?
No, he did indeed hawk-a-tua on 2 hawks. But let's see. He hawked a rock on 2 hawks. Huh. Let's move on to some more of these comedy ones. Let's start with this one here. The first sentence. She pulled my pants down.
The picture really sells it.
From hawk-tua to cock-ua. What did she say next? Chat, feel free to put your answers here. This is a 2-sentence horror story. What is the scariest thing she could say?
Is that a chicken nugget?
All right. Is that a chicken nugget? Where is it? Hers is bigger than mine. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Legitimately.
I was like, joke's on you. That's a bonus.
The answer is, she said it looks cute. She said it looks cute.
I'll take like 0.5 points for chicken nugget.
Not a bad one. Chicken nuggets are cute, especially if they're in dinosaur form.
You versus who she tells you not to worry about is just a chicken nugget next to a chicken tender.
God damn it, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. That's the case, Grim. That is the case. So, next one here. Old people at weddings always poke me and say, "You're next."
I think I've read this one before as like a joke Facebook post years ago.
Oh, you were on Facebook?
Yeah, is this where they talk about where that was years ago. I don't use Facebook anymore. I only use it for Messenger. I'm assuming that this same person goes to funerals afterwards and points at older people and says, "You're next."
Everyone is in right. You said it right. Grim says I think exactly right. A says the same. So I started doing the same thing at their funerals.
Yeah.
It really is the most like efficient comeback that it's a natural extension. It's a natural extension.
It's a law of equivalent exchange, one would say.
One life for mine. Here we go. Give me a sec. Let me see if hopefully this doesn't crash. Don't crash, don't crash.
Haha. It's clowning time.
I looked at my friend and asked, why so serious? All right, what do you think happens next? Believe me, you won't get it. The laugh gets scarier every time I do it. You gotta get this guess like real quick before it just gets cackly.
It's throwing me off now.
Come on, Batman.
I don't know. I can't guess.
Answer the riddle. It's not even my thing.
Hey, Batman, I got this Lapani Batman.
Hi, Batman. I got this.
Joker, no.
I got this Vaporeon, you see?
No, Joker.
Oh, they ain't got. You know what's the case? They don't know. They don't got laws against the Pokemon, Batman.
No,
no laws.
Joker, don't do this.
Hi, Ethan. What's up? We're doing 2 sentence horror stories. This is the first Joker themed one, so I decided to put on the mask. Currently, my guess is Shaggy. Shaggy is going to guess what's happening next.
I'm having a rough time. This makes me think on like my brain wants to think of the same area, kind of like me shooting my little brother for target practice, everyone else at the target range. Playing it off like it's like some airsoft gun at first, but no.
No, you just shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate it. I put a lot of work into being able to break my goddamn throat for that.
Me using knives to save on ammunition. Everyone else at the paintball arena. It feels obvious that there's something serious going on. I almost want to say just like they're at a funeral, but then that feels way too in line with what the last one was.
All right, so you say funeral. I'm seeing Patrick Bateman Sigma. I'm seeing it's a funeral, John. Well, let me tell you. He was still terrified after I turned him into a woman at our sleepover using black magic.
I could not ever.
I know, right?
That would be next in a million years.
This is the other side of 2 sentence horror stories, where because people only have 2 sentences, sometimes the punchline is a non sequitur. I was staring at this for so long. Hi, Cecily. How's it going?
Hi, greetings, welcome.
And I've got someone in my chat saying, "So, bro, what the diddy?" Yeah, no. The Joker gave someone significant dysphoria. Let's see what do I have next for us here. Okay. Oh, here. Let me get back to the to the proper horror monster. We'll get out of the Jonkler skin for a bit. So, Shaggy, I got a quick question. Are you an alcoholic?
If you need me to be, I could be.
So, if you don't know, for context, Blue Label King George V is a very rare kind of liquor. We have a lot of things we can look at here. We've got ex-fiance. We've got expensive liquor. We've got infidelity. Where do you think the horror comes in? Grim says this is an intervention now.
This is an intervention. Yes.
Right. You think it's intervention?
Drinking star.
Kuro says I'm gonna see you later. Take care, Kuro. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a like if you haven't, but if not, I'll see you later. Stepdog says she used it in her cooking. Cecily says she used it in her sketty. Which I'd like to point out, this is not that. It's not a wine. It's not a wine. I think. Let me take a look and see what kind it is.
I can guarantee it's like a very expensive liqueur.
It is. It is a whiskey. It is a strong whiskey. I don't know if y'all use whiskey in your sketty. Hope you forget your sketty, because that sounds like a terrible, terrible taste palette.
Whiskey with root beer floats is pretty good. I don't condone drinking, by the way.
We don't condone drinking unless it's fun. Sorry, unless you're 21.
Unless you're with your friends.
And it's safe.
Not to be said unless you're 21. You know, you have to be 21.
Yeah, that's the bare minimum in the States. And Subdog's about to go to Scotland tomorrow. Let's freaking gar. Okay. On a bold night. Oh, okay, Cecily, we got. Fucking go! Sorry, that a bit of the brub came out there. Okay. Well, let's see what the answer was here. Apparently, they mix it in with Coca-Cola. So when you're mixing drinks, Coke is what you do with rum, but also it's what you do when you're a college student and you have nothing else to mix it with. So this, I would say, is a legitimate horror story for people who really like aiming for, you know, high quality liquor.
If you're a whiskey neat kind of guy, and then all of a sudden someone uses it to make something very cheap and lazy.
Yeah, which does yeah, you don't jack my Coke. You don't jack on your Coke till it pop. Neat. Jack on your Coke till it's. She jack on my Coke till I drunk.
Cola.
Yeah, she jump on. That's good. She jack on my Coke till I cola. That's a nice quote for you, Shaggy. Very good. Very good.
Colala.
Colala. Let's see. So this does actually remind me of a story. So in she stowed on my Dutch till I pop. That is also true. This reminds me of a funny story when I was in college and I had turned 21 because I was a good boy and I didn't drink till I was 21. I had to go on medication for things that meant you can't drink, which means there was literally only a 3-month window where I was able to drink unencumbered as a college student. So in order to get around that at parties, what I would do is I would carry a full bottle of Mountain Dew Code Red whenever I went to a party. And what I would do is I would take the coolest of white wine, mix it with 3 parts to 1 part Mountain Dew Code Red, so it looked like I was drinking champagne. We called it Dew Seco, and all my friends called it a goddamn disgrace to just get drunk.
I knew someone who was allergic to wine, and because of that, like, they weren't deathly allergic, it would just, like, it would hit them really hard because they had allergies. So because of that, they saw it as an absolute win because they just would drink wine. A really cheap bottle of wine would do it for them. And I can respect that. Like, on one hand, you know, take care of your health, people, but on the other hand, gotta hit the grind somehow, I guess. Hitting that double XP weekend grind, basically.
No, hit that double XP weekend and just, like, let the green fall. Like, your bile's gotta be just, like, living up. Oh, hi, 4A. Yeah, Shaggy, not from Scooby. Is this like 5 on the Scooby-Doo counter?
Like, zoinks! What do you...
Just unintelligible.
I could do the voice like 3 years ago, but now, like, my voice is, like, zoinks. I sound more like if Morty was doing a Shaggy impression.
Like, zoinks, dude! Scoob, we gotta get back to the van! Okay. I do think that...
Man, I got candy. Get in the van.
Don't go into vans with candy, people.
Unless it's Shaggy.
Unless it's...
No, actually don't.
Don't. Okay, so let's move on to this next section, which is my favorite part and the last part of what I have set up for us here today. Well, actually, first and foremost, what do you think the last 5 ones were? How do you think I got those 5 Reddit stories?
I'm gonna say they're all... I don't know. I mean, it said like basically they're all certified dad jokes, so I kind of want to just go with that. But also, that's just in the description of it, so that would be like cheating. I can't say they're all play on sentences because that's what I did for the first one.
Nope.
I don't. I am computing. This is killing me. I can't think.
So here's the thing. It's another stupid one. Those were on the first page of the most controversial post of all time. Which, if you've ever been on Reddit, usually when you do controversial posts, it's just either politics or it's just something so absolutely vile, disgusting. But when I looked at all of those, I'm like, these are actually just kind of mid at best. People just had very strong opinions either way. Okay. So, Shaggy, for the last part of today's show, we have Two Sentence Horror, How Well Do You Know Us? We talked to 3 people you knew. Me, Cecily, and Cyril. I'm not going to tell you how many each of us wrote, but we wrote some 2-sentence horror stories, and I want you to guess what is the second line, and then also guess who wrote it. Are you ready?
Yes, I am semi-mentally prepared.
Okay. Here we go. I can't feel my legs.
I almost want to guess who it is right now.
I can't feel my legs.
Oh god. I actually can't even think on this one. Doesn't even really have a theme, so that it could literally be anything. It could be humorous, it could be serious. My mindset wants to put it in with like an amputee of some variety.
All right, you think it's gonna be about amputee? Are you feeling this one, Mr. Krabs? All right. The second line.
On who it is.
I sat too long. Ow, ow, ow.
Oh, that actually changes it.
Who was it? Was it me, Cyril, or Cecily Polichinelle?
The first line had me thinking Cyril, but that second line actually makes me think Cecily.
Grim is also saying feel Cecily. Let's figure out who it is. It was Cecily. Yeah. It was Cecily.
Yeah. It was the ow ow ow.
Yeah, the ow ow ow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's keep score here. You're at 1. You're at 1. So let me find somewhere to write that. Actually, oh shoot, I don't want to actually do that. See, don't say your whole name. I'll say it every single time now because of that.
Cecily Polichinelle.
Cecily Polichinelle.
Or Trice Mécanique Delaney's Coronel.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So, currently your score. Actually, let's give you 2 points because you got. Well, wait, not empty. Let's give you 1 point. 1 point. 1 point.
I was like, I didn't get the riddle right.
Okay. Second.
That is horrifying though.
Yeah, no, just leg numb. Second one. The monster under my bed keeps whispering to me.
It definitely feels like a bunk bed joke.
It's a bunk bed joke.
It's just like your little sibling underneath you.
Your little sibling underneath you.
Like saying, go the fuck to sleep.
Go the fuck to sleep. Okay. Okay, you're saying, go the fuck to sleep, says the little sibling. Second line is, but I already told him kitchen's closed at 8, Jared.
Okay.
I'll give you a half point on the guess. Because someone did respond back.
I'm gonna say you wrote this.
You're gonna say this was me, KazCassidy. Okay.
Yes, it was either you or Cyril. I'm pretty confident. I'm leaning more towards you.
You said it was me and not Cyril. But what if I were to tell you it was Cecily Polichinelle?
No way!
There was an ASDF sketch that starts like this. Well, it's gonna end like this. So currently the score is 1.5. 1.5. Hey, Kruka, we're currently playing a game of two-sentence horror stories from r/r/slash two-sentence horror stories. It's a subreddit that I have frequented when I'm bored, and I made a slideshow. We're currently in the game section where we try and see how well Shaggy can tell our writing apart. Me, Cecily, or Cyril Lockhart. We're gonna move on to this next section here. Here we go. I love my wife. Which of us well, sorry, do you have something on the second line? And in the back of your mind, think who's a wife guy out of the three of us?
It's definitely Cyril, but I'm pretty confident that this one actually is Cyril.
Okay, you think it
also
it
might change after I get the second line.
Okay. Do you want to guess on the second line, or do you want to call it?
I don't know. It's literally 4 words, so like it could be anything. I love my wife.
I love my wife. Cecily's asking which of us loves our wife. What's the scary part, Shaggy?
I don't know. If it was Cecily, it'd be a wolf joke.
You do send the wolves, and someone will get pregnant. That is correct. That is a correct statement.
Absolutely. She took the kids. No way. She took mine too.
I miss my wife, Tails.
Oh my god.
I miss my wife a lot. All right, you got to guess.
Knuckles. I'm drawing a blank. I can't.
All right, we're gonna call it a 0, and then we're gonna reveal the second line. Her boyfriend bought me a Switch 2.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm still pretty confident it's Cyril.
You're pretty confident it's Cyril Lockhart. You locking it in?
Well, I would. I don't know. You also just got a Switch 2 pretty recently.
I paid for mine. I paid for mine.
Sure. Good cover up.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'll lock in with Cyril.
You're gonna lock in with Cyril? Well, Grim was right. This was me.
Guys.
I love my wife because her boyfriend bought me a Switch 2. Yeah, Cecily's also right.
You threw me off when you in the very like dead tone. I bought my Switch 2. Like, well, dang, I thought you'd be joking.
Nah. I was writing these at work, by the way. Just actually.
God.
Okay, let's see the next question. I was enjoying my unconsciousness.
I don't know, like that brick hurt really hard.
Perfect use of work time? Yes, that is correct, Grim. This was so worth it. Remember, I train adults on software. So in the meantime, I get to talk about this. You're thinking you got hit by a brick.
Some object hit him in the head.
Hit by an object, okay.
Head trauma of some variety.
Are you gonna lock in head trauma variety?
I'll lock in, yeah.
Okay. The next sentence is, then I woke up.
I almost said that, but I was like, no, it'd be too obvious. It'd be too easy that it'd just be them sleeping. And then, God.
Yeah, sometimes
I should have said it.
Sometimes you just gotta throw it. You just gotta throw it.
Fucking Cyril.
Are you saying this is Cyril? You gonna lock it in?
I'm locking it. It's Cyril.
You're locking in on Cyril. That's good because that's the first one you've gotten in 4 questions. That's just Cyril.
Yeah. I was like, I feel like Cyril would do something like that to irk me.
Yeah. He knew it was for you.
I need to stop overthinking these.
Yeah, okay. Shaggy, you ready to move on to the next one?
I am.
Okay. A couple of years ago at a party, a girl told me my hair looks nice. A 2 years ago at a party, a girl told me my hair looked nice. I'm gonna start a poll in chat.
Could be. I don't know. Could be the person in question isn't really into girls, so they cut their hair.
Let's see. Okay. Chat, I'm gonna give you all about 30 seconds. So you're saying the next one's gonna be about not cutting their hair, or what are you feeling? What are you feeling?
I think it's gonna involve them like cutting their hair to some capacity.
Okay. Involving the cutting of hair. I'm seeing we've got votes in the chat. They're saying it's me. Is anyone else want to put another vote down on the line here?
I'll guess who it is after I get the second line.
Okay. I'm seeing resounding, this gives off me energy, which I don't know what that says about me or the place I curate. Someone had said Cyril, hello Looney, yoink yoinkity sploinkity. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this talk show. On the casting couch, I have one Shaggy, and we're playing a game of 2 sentence horror stories. It seems like we're trying to think this one's me, but the next sentence, and we'll see, it is... Do you think she was hitting on me? A couple of years... You think it's me? A couple...
I do think it's
God
you.
damn, a couple of years ago at a party, a girl told me my hair looked nice. Do you think she was hitting on me? I'm gonna close the poll because I'm getting slandered, but it's not slander because it's true. I did write this.
Yeah!
I did write that one. I did write that one. Good points for you. Good points for you. I'm gonna say you don't get points on the content, but you get points on the on the guess. This is just a true story. It is, and she looks kind of like the girl in the picture. I'm projecting. Let's see.
We can hug about it if you need.
Yeah, kind of. Ace. I'm just my hands are out. Ace feels attacked. Okay. The next sentence in our 2 sentence horror story. I see my reflection wave back at me.
Huh.
Chad, I'm going to toss up the poll again to let you go for this here. Did I have the realization as I writing the story? Yes, actually.
I see my reflection wave back at me. I have no arms.
You have no arms?
I have no arms.
You have no arms and you must wave back. Okay, let's see. Poll is up. Looney, I'm so sorry. That's a canon event. Remembering the one girl who hit on you who you liked and did not realize till years later. For me... Oh god, what was it? What was that? Oh yeah, she came to my, like, grad party and was looking at me wistfully. I did not notice. And now I'm like, oh wow, she was actually really nice to me.
She was revealed to me in a dream.
Alright, someone's saying Cyril loves his amputee stories. I'm gonna need some context on that. Does anyone know who Cyril Lockhart is? Well, he's a pirate. Is that it? Or is there's something else we're missing here?
I think it's just related to dark humor, and I think he just really likes dark humor.
Okay. All right. So if that's the case, not even asking who it is. What do you think the next sentence is about?
I mean, I thought I already said it. I was saying I have no arms.
All right. I just want to check to make sure you were certain. I have no arms is your answer. The second line.
Now that you asked me, I feel like it's going to be wrong, but you know, it's okay.
I wave back hello.
That's Cecily.
You're for certain on Cecily on this one?
I'm 95% sure.
All right, I'm going to call that a lock-in. You're going to say it's Cecily? Because you're right, because it's Cecily.
Yeah.
I was very tempted to get rid of the exclamation points, but she made it very clear I could not. She was adamant.
Yeah, the exclamations really sold it.
Yeah, that's her homestuck writing quirk right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That are like, hi!
Hi! Oh, I don't like where that... Cecily, you do not sound like that.
Hi guys, it's me, Shaggy, on the casting couch.
Oh god, don't say that full sentence.
Today we're gonna be talking about manicures. I'm gonna get almond ones done.
You're not a high girl, Cecily. You're a bruh girl. Don't lie to yourself. You know it.
I think they're more of like a flip a coin depending on each hour. You know, this hour they'll become
Okay.
Hi, and the next hour they're like, what's up, bro?
You know, Looney, that's a good guess. Odds are you have a 1 in 3 chance because Cecily, me, Cyril are the 3 options, and Cecily does have a cool name. You chose it. But here comes the next sentence. Celery, like the color of her hair. All right, here's the next one. Disney hasn't learned its lesson.
Oh. Well, that's just factual, but I could not in a million years guess what the next sentence is gonna be. I don't know.
Okay, you want to throw out a guess? Looney is talking about the Stitch remake. How are you feeling on that? How are you feeling with that?
I don't know. The Stitch remake is still too new, I feel like.
Keep in mind, Shaggy, these were all written in the past 27 hours.
Oh, okay. I mean, I feel like it's something about just remaking a live action doesn't ever really work, but
Okay.
at the same time, I don't know. It's supposed to be a horror short story.
Okay. Let's move on to the second sentence. I'm gonna give you a point.
Yeah, I actually do want to see live action Treasure Planet. That would be good.
Live action Trevor Planet and Hercules. Okay. So the chat is a bit more across the board on this one. Who do you think wrote this? And people are excited about live action Treasure Planet. I think Jay Baruchel gets the lead.
I think Cyril.
You think Cyril?
I think Cyril.
All right. And in the poll, show me Cyril. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was indeed a Cyril Lockhart original.
See, I the only way I could guess that was because of the 2 movies picked.
Yeah, because Pirate and Hercules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Hercules could be on anyone's list. Hercules is great.
Yeah.
Treasure Planet is also just great, but
it is.
Treasure Planet also screams Cyril.
Cool. All right, and Looney, please don't speak that into existence. I really like The Emperor's New Groove. So let's. Okay.
I love The Emperor's New Groove.
It's really fun. It's a fun one. I'd watch it a lot. Yeah, no, I think it's got a really good memeable like set. Like so many good gifts out of it. So many. Right. Oh. Okay. It looks like I was out for a second. I think I'm back on stream. Your next one up. Didn't your mama tell you not to talk to strangers? Didn't your mama tell you not to talk to strangers?
Me talking to my grandma with dementia.
Oh my god. that's a dark one. That's a ooh. All right, I'm putting it. You're locking in. You're locking in.
That's my answer.
You're locking in talking to my grandma with dementia. Looney says, but candy. Cecily says, let's get you to bed, grandma. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's gonna be something with like grandma having dementia.
Okay, your thing is about dementia. I'm Kanye West.
What?
Didn't your mama tell you not to talk to strangers? I'm Kanye West.
There could be any one of you at this point. I want to say it's you though. I want to say it's KazCassidy.
Let's take a look at the chat. It's a pretty even split here.
Yeah, that's
the
rough.
board.
Everyone would make a
Everyone would make a Kanye West
100%.
joke. Everyone would make a Kanye West joke. Okay. All right. Let's move to the answer. It was indeed me.
Yeah.
It was indeed me. All right. I think we're coming up near the end. Let's see. Ah, here it is. Oh, Looney, it's the concern is it's a stranger danger, but the stranger is Kanye West, who you don't want to be around. Because you shouldn't. He's very volatile. Okay. Your first sentence today, Shaggy. Going to the club is a hassle. The poll is up.
I always throw out my backswing in that thing. I don't know.
You always...
I'm thinking club as an actual, like, weaponized club that you, like a beat stick.
You're thinking of a beat stick as a weaponized club. Cecily says the DJ won't even play my song. Okay. Would you like to lock in? This is talking about an actual golf club.
I'm not even so much just a golf club, but just like an actual like medieval style club.
A medieval style club.
Basically.
Okay.
A melee weapon.
A melee weapon. Okay. Well, here's the second sentence.
Yeah,
a gun gets the job done much quicker. That's a full point for you, Shaggy. Who said it? Which of us said this?
Yeah, it throws out your back.
It does. It does.
Cyril.
You're saying this is Cyril?
I'm saying that's Cyril.
All right, locking in at Cyril. I'm closing the poll.
He's got that kind of humor to do that kind of thing.
It was me. It was me.
Dang.
Dio. Sorry, Kaz.
Dang. Dio. Kono Dio da.
Okay. Yes. We've got 2 more to go. 2 more to go.
Okay.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yes, I am. My mantra is ready.
Mantra is ready. Your first sentence. My favorite, PB&J.
I definitely feel like PB&J does not mean peanut butter and jelly in this context.
Poll is up.
I don't... I don't know what that next sentence is going to be. I just feel like it's going to be like PB&J does not mean peanut butter and jelly.
Okay. PB&J not meaning peanut butter and jelly.
I could not guess what those words would actually be.
Okay. Are you ready to lock in? It's not peanut butter and jelly.
Yes.
Okay. Your second line. Peanut butter and Jif peanut butter. I'm gonna give you a 0.75 on that one because you're partially. Well, actually, I'll give you 1 on that. I'll give you 1.
You don't have to give me 1. I could take a 0.75.
I'll give you a 0.75.
Okay.
All right. Who wrote this?
My first guess was Cecily, but with that second sentence... I'm still gonna guess Cecily.
Still gonna guess Cecily?
Yeah, I think either Cecily or Cyril, because Cyril would totally do a dumb joke like that as well.
All right.
But Cecily is my final answer.
Locking in Cecily. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Not surprised.
Not surprised. Not surprised. I'm gonna tally your score right now. You're at 10.25 right now. 10.25 points.
Okay.
Out of 1, 2. Did I say 12.5?
Yeah, I think you said 10.5.
You're at 10.5 out of a possible 20.
Okay. Dang, I was hoping to get above 50. Like, I want to get that 60%, you know, a D minus.
Okay. So I think technically speaking, you can get to 12.5 out of 22. And let me check the math on that.
I think that'd be a dead, like, 60.
That is actually 56%. Well,
is that actually?
Yes.
If it's at 12.5 out of 20?
No, because we had to add 2 more because it's out of that. You answered. There have been 10 prompts so far. This will be the 11th. So it'll become instead of yeah, okay.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to immediately. I'm going to start this poll. Cyril. Kaz. Cecily.
Yeah, no problem, Cecily.
The poll is live. And here is the last question of the day. The last 2-sentence horror story. You say you a lesbian. Keep in mind, this is Pride Month. This is a 2-sentence horror story. What is the second line? You say you a lesbian.
No, I gay. I don't know.
Okay, you're saying your response for what is the second line of you say you a lesbian. The second line of the horror is no, I gay.
No, I gay.
Okay. All right. Looking at chat, it's an even split among all 3 options.
How lovely.
The second line, girl, me too. That is a full point on the board for one Shaggy.
Oh my god.
The real question is, can you tell who wrote this? Who wrote the last 2-sentence horror story of the day?
It's misspelt. It's not misspelt. It's I'm not exactly misworded, but like intentionally using as little words as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get it wrong because then I'm gonna guess who it is, and it's actually gonna be you. But
Right.
And also I've like guessed them for a good chunk of them, but I feel confident it's Cecily as well.
You think that this is Cecily?
I do. I could totally imagine them writing this and laughing their ass off. Being
Okay.
like, yeah, this is peak.
Okay, so let's make it interesting here. Would you be willing to go double or nothing on your points to say that this is Cecily Polichinelle saying the phrase, you say you a lesbian, girl, me too?
Yes.
All right, so
yes.
All marbles on the table here. Currently, your score is 11.5 out of 21. You get this, and it becomes, technically speaking, 23 points out of 22. You go from
Yay.
55 to literally above the score. I want you to confirm with me right now that you're certain that your answer is Cecily Polichinelle.
Yes.
Okay. I'm closing the poll. Shaggy, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I already locked in. I have been avoiding looking at your chat, but after logging in, I looked at the chat, and Cecily's saying no, oh no, and they're saying that they think it's either you or Daryl.
You're sweating?
I'll still do Cecily. I can't really change my mind after looking at that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll still say Cecily.
All right. For all the marbles in Two Sentence Horror Story with Shaggy and Kaz, the correct answer was Drake.
Are you?
That's a Drake lyric.
I hate Drake. I don't listen to Drake. I make fun of Drake.
Cecily, I got him.
No.
Oh. Cecily was in on it too. Happy Pride Month, lesbians. Here's Drake.
You should get like a tip jar that I could just like reach over, and I would just put like a used napkin in.
Yeah, no, that's. Oh God. All right. How you feeling now, Shaggy? After all of this, to go from 11.5 out of 22 possible points to 0, all because of one Aubrey Graham.
I hate Drake even more now. I'm a certified Drake hater.
Good, that's the point.
Someone should totally get me a shirt that says "I hate Drake." Hashtag hate Drake for life.
You brought. This is a K. Dot household here. Anyways, thank you, Shaggy, for coming on. This has technically been the first episode of the Casting Couch. This was Two Sentence Horror Stories.
Twas a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Enjoyable, one would say.
Okay.
One would say.
All right. So I'm gonna call this the end of my stream because I gotta go grind for Minecraft because that's tomorrow. As my guest, who are we rating out to?
Who's live? Ooh, it looks
don't
like, looks like Dendo's live.
You want Dendo's? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Looney, well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. It's 3:18 a.m. I appreciate the dedication for learning more about us than most people would think of. But okay, if you want to go to Dendo's, I will get that set up for us right now, and we will redirect out. Get that redirect out to one Nintendo 64. Saving that there. Right?
I don't even remember how to raid properly. I also don't have anyone watching my
That's fine. We're
right now, so
we're sharing a split viewers. We're good. We're good. All right. Well, any last words to say, Shaggy?
Make sure to kiss your dads, brush your teeth, and try not to get in a fist fight with the raccoon in the trash can. If they have acquired your items, they keep them. Good luck.
Good advice. Pastel will fight you. All right. Cool. Well, that's it for me, KazCassidy, here at the Casting Couch. If you like more, you want to see more, let us know. Leave a like. But otherwise, my name is KazCassidy. If I don't see you soon, I'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye.